Hi guys, another strategy I would like to use with you all today and have you learn is the watching the water boil method. This method is used specifically for the ages about 4 to 9 years old, sometimes even a little older, to try to teach the intensity of an emotion. And so I am going to try to demonstrate what this would look like. So we're watching a pot boil. For those of you who have watched a pot boil, you know that there's different stages to get to the boiling point. And when it comes to emotions, they are the same way. So for an example, if this was a stove and I was putting a fresh thing of water on the stove, nothing's really happening just yet. The water's calm, it's probably still cold in there, nothing's really happening. But once we crank up the heat just a little bit, we'll notice that steam will start to come from the pot of water that wasn't really happening before. And if we were to look at this as emotions, when we first put the pot on, we were calm, we were able to take deep breaths, it was fine. When the steam starts to come up, that's when we start to have frustration. So we're like, ugh, this is annoying, or this is getting on my nerves. Like something is happening in our body that is creeping up and the steam is kind of coming up. But once this starts to boil and the water is kind of bubbling and it's boiling, that is when emotionally we have pretty much got to a point where now we're yelling, we want to hit something, we want to get even with someone, we want to throw something. That is how we know that the intensity level has reached its peak and now we really need help to kind of calm ourselves down. So obviously when you first put the water on the stove, there's no need for any assistance, right? Everything's calm, we're able to take deep breaths, it's fine. Once the steam starts to build up, that's our first warning sign that, hey, something's happening and we might need some coping strategies, or we might need somebody to come in to kind of help us. Once it reached the point where it's boiling, we have to focus on emotional release. So how are we getting all these emotions out? So that way we can calm ourselves back down to reach that first level, which was more of that calming point. I hope that makes sense, and I hope this was easier to follow. But that is the watching the pot boil method, and it's just teaching that intensity of emotions, and it's kind of helpful to have a visual to help them understand what that looks like. But just taking note that the steam level is where we really want to utilize the coping strategies or bringing somebody in to help us regulate or help us calm down. Hopefully this is helpful. Have a great day.